LDC would be structured not too differently from how some seaports or other large infrastructure projects are today. Up to 49% of its shares would be bought by as many nations as possible, and the rest by as many companies and individuals as possible. Developing nations and indigenous groups would have stock options so that they could purchase shares more affordably. And we'd like to make the private sector shares available on a universally accessible platform at a low minimum investment so that literally almost everyone on earth could become a shareholder. And the LDC would be structured as a public benefit company with its financial interests aligned with the long-term interests of the lunar economy, society, and environment. And here's how we do that. First, we'd put limits on the amount of control that any one shareholder can have. That's designed to prevent any single nation from controlling the LDC for their own independent political aims. It's also designed to prevent any one private sector company from controlling enough of the LDC that they can use it to benefit their own companies at the expense of all the others. And membership is entirely voluntary, so the LDC will need to be attracting and retaining members through high-quality services. And to prevent conflicts of interest, the LDC won't be allowed to sell ordinary private goods like mined resources. Its only focus will be public services benefiting the overall economy. And the LDC will have robust accountability. So, in addition to a typical corporate structure like you see on the right, it will have an independent board of advisors that oversees an inspector general's office. And the inspector general can conduct investigations, can issue public reports, and file lawsuits holding LDC management accountable. And the LDC would be legally bound to its founding documents like a charter and shareholders agreements and its contracts with members. And those would allow people to sue the LDC when it breaches its obligations using international arbitration or the courts of a designated nation.